Good morning and welcome to episode 1649 of Hard Factor. It is Monday, February 17th, 2025. Happy President's Day to those who celebrate. As far as I could tell, I don't know. It's like half the country's off, half the country's not off. No idea. It's a real crapshoot for President's Day if you're off or not off.
Who put President's Day forth?
I don't know.
Must have been a president, right?
Well, yeah, for sure. I forget which president, but it's supposedly after like Lincoln, Washington. I guess it's technically after like all of them, but it's really it's really for Lincoln and Washington, right? I mean, I think
everyone on Mount Rushmore.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Well, wasn't it
or the president
Washington's birthday or near that? Obviously, it can't be the same every day.
Washington. It's often celebrated to honor.
Right? Yeah.
Since 1879 has been the federal holiday honoring founding father George Washington.
Right. It used to be like Washington Day, and then they changed it to like all President's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other ones got jealous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. He was born February 22nd, 1731.
Right, so they try to get close to it.
Yeah. Right. And now his birthday is the the third Monday of February every year.
That's right.
There you go. That's the history of
If you're a
President's
ghost,
Day. You're fucking welcome.
Yeah. Thank G Dub's ghost. I mean, if you're a ghost, you don't care what day your birthday's on, really, as long as people are enjoying it.
We don't know.
Well, you get to celebrate it twice now in the afterlife: the third Monday, and then the 22nd or 3rd, whatever the fuck was just mentioned, right? So you get, and then very rarely it might fall on the same day.
It's like his birthday party day, and then his actual birthday.
Pretty cool.
There you have it.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. If you need more Hard Factor today, Mark, what do you got?
A couple of treasure hunts. One of them, they're both unique. One of them's insane. You might lose your head over it, but yeah, some Wes, pay attention. Some unique treasure hunting going on.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Just guessing, because Mark does use the phrase "you might lose your head over it" all the time in his everyday parlance.
Yes,
that was a bit of a tease.
Yeah, maybe so. Wes has the return of a very popular segment on deck. What do you got, Wes?
Fools that work in schools. We're going down south to one of the dumbest states, Louisiana, to check and see how the school system is handling their trials and tribulations down there. And this one's a doozy. It's a duty.
Oh, a little more foreshadowing.
You might lose your head over it.
Yeah, this one's a duty.
All right. I've got government for the boys.
Nice.
For the boys, you won't believe how far one volunteer firefighter took it. A lot of that going on right now, but this one volunteer firefighter, he takes the cake. For the boys.
For the boys. Cool.
Yeah. It's for the boys.
I got one that's gonna piss you off, but there's a silver lining because you can jerk off to it afterwards. I'm talking about the Bop House. Put my OnlyFans investigation hat on again. And there's a little house down in Miami with some of the hottest creators who are just making literally. I wanted to take with all that's going on politically in our country, I wanted to take a billboard out that says, "You will never be a billionaire," because most people, you're not gonna. So stop trying to relate to billionaires. But it wouldn't apply to these ladies who just going to piss you off even more, because these ladies very well may be billionaires because their asses and their titties are really raking it in financially, more so than you will ever earn in your lifetime.
OnlyFans has changed the game. Yeah.
Pat, the Bop House is so hot that guys are literally just standing outside it getting arrested. They can't not creep on the Bop House. They've got to be near the Bop House, man.
I mean, it's happening down
creeps
there.
getting arrested outside the Bop House.
It's happening down there at the Bop House.
It's like a Gen Z wet dream, the Bop House, right?
Dude, it's not.
I just want to know what's going on inside there. I just need to know what's going on.
If you think it's for Gen Z, you're fucking crazy, William.
Well, no, I'm saying
it's a Gen X and millennial wet dream.
All men will enjoy it, but the
boomers
chick,
too.
Like, well, sure, but all men will enjoy it. But it's like the way it's marketed. It's like all social media and OnlyFans and all.
I don't know what the Bop House is. I'm excited.
You can arrest me all you want, but I just need to know what's in the Bop House. What's happening in there? What's going
exactly.
on?
This is my point exactly. Wes has no idea what the Bop House is.
Well, that's why it's going to be a great segment.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just stay.
All I know is I
tuned.
can jerk off to it, which that's a good start.
You
Yeah.
sure, you sure can.
That's you're gonna have to after you hear how much money these gals are making down there.
Good start.
We just lick the Bop House. All right, let's get into it. Well, it turns out the first story I was going to do was old, from a year before Hard Factor formed. So we missed it completely. So it's new to us, but it's a unique form of treasure hunting. Okay. So I guess back in 2017, a certain religious or fanatical group in Mozambique thought that bald men's heads contained gold. So they killed at least 5 bald men and cut their heads off looking for gold.
It's
They found brains.
awesome.
Yeah.
So they thought in all of the history of humans, like since we've been trading money, that they were the first ones to figure out that bald dudes had gold inside their heads.
Could you believe when they figured it out? They're like right in front of us. Look at this guy. He's right.
It's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
That head's got gold in it.
How much gold do you think's in his head?
Yeah. They took a look. Yeah. Now, when I said they killed him, I don't know if they ever caught the bastards or if they happened to be right and there was gold in the bald heads, but at least 5 bald men were killed, all in central Mozambique, 2 in May of 2017 in the Melange district close to the border, and 3 later in the district of Morambala. And Maputo Inacio Dina, spokesman for Mozambique's General Police Command, said, "I don't know why they're doing this."
Bath salts. or
Yeah.
something.
Basically said our preliminary conclusion indicates that the phenomenon is due to cultural beliefs, and they are going to find the sick bastards that are cutting bald guys' heads off.
Cultural beliefs.
Didn't they think it was some kind of ruse by a like a witch doctor to trick guys into bringing them heads?
Sort
He
of.
just wanted the
Sort
head.
of less.
Yeah.
You're right on the nose, which is part of the head. It might have been lost in translation within Mozambique itself, not understanding how crazy the quote healers involved were, because there were some reports saying kind of what Wes was saying, that these guys weren't crazy. They didn't think there was actual gold inside the bald people's heads. They just cut off the heads and used them in ceremonies to generate wealth. So gold heads meant like lucky heads. Bald heads, like itchy palms. Like, if
they're
you
an
see a bald
ingredient.
head,
Right.
we can use it for a ceremony to make you wealthy.
Yeah, they
It's
weren't
an alchemy
crazy.
ingredient.
They weren't crazy.
Yeah.
They weren't
I get it
crazy.
now.
They just needed
No.
the head for a magic potion that creates wealth.
Exactly. It's like Skyrim, right? You got to collect the ingredients to make the potion, and the wealth potion requires human head.
That's why you got to read the articles, guys. You might have thought they were crazy, and you got to.
Okay, so it's deeper than that. Yeah,
Yes.
no, I get it.
It's for a wealth ceremony.
Word didn't travel that after the first head didn't contain any gold, they just tried 5 more times.
Right, they're
Right.
not crazy and just kept not finding gold and looking for it. No, they were using it for a ceremony. Yeah.
Okay, that's the control. We got to do another one.
Yeah. I saw
wasn't
little
bald
hair
enough.
on his head. He wasn't bald
Yeah,
enough.
He wasn't bald enough.
He was not bald enough.
Yeah. Would you hit a wrong button? He said this was the nude code for Sonia.
I see no hair on his head. He was not bald enough.
Exactly. So I think they got a hold of it because there's not a lot of articles. This popped back up this week, but it was also from 2017. So there aren't a lot of articles post 2017. So I think Mozambique got a hold of it.
Yeah, you'd hope they got the people.
Yeah.
The headhunters.
I wouldn't travel there, in a few years, though, just in case. But I do have a current story related to treasure hunting today as well. Do you remember the guy from Wales who got pretty upset with his girlfriend when she, quote, threw away a hard
You got to
drive?
narrow it down.
Yeah, I know. This is Wales every day. When she, quote, threw away a hard drive of his that he claimed had over 8,000 Bitcoins in it.
Dude,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy
yeah.
this guy is so part of the cultural zeitgeist
Yeah.
that I hit up like a stumble upon website. It was amazing. And it's like weird shit it's like distracting shit, but cool stuff. Like weapons disguised as other things, or like some phenomenon that some people believe. This guy's name was on that stumble upon website. It said like, "This poor bastard. Check out this poor motherfucker." Like he's like his own thread. Just this guy.
He's driving.
Right. Well, because I
insane,
mean,
yeah.
how much is the dollar amount on those Bitcoins that allegedly his
$1 billion.
girlfriend sold?
Well, what's it? $100,000 of Bitcoin right now, or close to it. So 8,000 times 100,000 is like $8 trillion, $8 gazillion.
$800 million bucks.
Yeah, it's just just
Okay.
way too much for me. I don't know if I believe him, but
He's left the woman, right? I mean, you'd think.
oh my God, is she alive? Not only did he petition to legally strangle her, but he kept trying to get access to search the landfill, if you remember, and they kept denying him. They're like, no, first of all, like you'll never find it in the giant landfill, and second of all, we can't have you reporting on how disgusting the landfill is, or getting super hepatitis and ass herpes and whatever else you're going to do out there searching for this hard drive.
It's a legal nightmare for us, Sky.
Yeah, we understand. And also, we're going to look for it, you dipshit.
Right. We want the 800 million.
Yeah.
Well, he won't give up, right? Like he just won't stop.
That's why we're talking about him, Pat. He's got a new plan. He says, if you won't let me search it, how about me, James Howell, the IT pro of Wales, buys the entire Newport landfill himself and becomes owner of said landfill?
Okay. Did he do it?
He's trying.
Okay. Nice.
Well, but what I keep wondering is like, is there any history of someone looking for a needle in a haystack in a landfill and finding it?
No.
That's what I want to know. Like
no diamond ring has been found in a landfill.
So
how long ago to get thrown away? I mean, it's years of trash.
It's been years. Yeah, it's been years. It would be quite the effort. Now, also though, if he does buy the landfill, he can bury his ex there, which is nice. Here's a picture of James.
Got to do this guy a favor and burn the landfill down, because otherwise he's gonna die chasing this shit.
Here's a picture of James asking his girlfriend what she did with the hard drive.
He's yelling at her.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good luck to James. Good luck to James. I'll tell you what he shouldn't do if he goes out to that landfill is wear what I'm wearing right now, because take a look and guess who we're working with again, boys. Motherfucking bird dogs. That's right. Our buddies.
Is that a quarter zip?
That's a quarter zip. This time we already knew they had the best, most comfortable wear anywhere shorts and awesome swimsuits with sick designs. And we'll get to those months from now. But look at the overhead quarter zip. I mean, what?
I'm wearing mine right now. I look like a wealthy, athletic, like a third coach on a pro football team with this thing.
You do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You guys
very
both
professional.
It's a confidence booster. I slapped this thing on and I instantly felt awesome, classier, sexier, more confident. Bird Dogs also has incredible dress pants, and they sent us and casual pants, and they sent us a few of those. I put on a pair of the slacks and this overhead quarter zip, and I went to the nice grocery store this weekend, and I was like, I felt like the king of the store. You know, like I was pretty much like pointing at people, being like, "Yo, yo." You know,
right? Like you're rich too. Holy shit! Look at this rich guy.
Just pointing and then telling people where to go.
Or the lobsters.
There's a new rich guy in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you over there. I'll be by the lobsters. Get away. You over there. It's super comfortable, fellas. Fits like a dream. It's just like putting on a superhero costume. Pants are perfect fit as well, which is nice. Just stop. You can't pull over any further, Bird Dogs. So for a limited time, our listeners get a free hat if you guys like hats, which are awesome, with any order when you use code HARDFACTOR, which is one word, at birddogs.com. Get the best-selling hat of Bird Dogs completely free when you use code HARDFACTOR at birddogs.com. Support our show and let them know we sent you. And also, just put the fucking quarter zip on. You're just going to be king for a day. King for a day.
And the pants, the dress pants. The hat is also the most comfortable hat, like I'm wearing right now. The backwards, my most comfortable hat to wear backwards by far.
Yeah, everyone looks fantastic.
Not close.
All right. Guess who else is back? Lucy, one of our longest, best sponsors. And you know why they're back? Because you guys love them, I love them, we all love them, and they are selling, for good reason, because they are the best nicotine pouches out there. And guess what? Breakers are back, which is what I ordered. Going back to my old favorite, the 8 milligram mint breakers. Something about getting that burst of flavor and the nicotine I crave, all in one incredible little pouch. It's just.
Can I tell you something, Wes?
Yeah, please do.
I just ordered the breakers too. 8
milligrams. Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Yeah.
Me too, but I kept it 4 because I'm a normal guy.
There you go. Well,
I went with Pat's flavor berry blast this time though.
Yeah, they're good. I was at a wedding all day yesterday. Had a Lucy in just about the whole time. No one knew. I mean, when they look at the finished product, they're gonna be like, "What was this guy on? This is incredible." Nothing.
Yeah.
Just 100% pure nicotine. Always tobacco free. Cool as a cucumber. Laser focused. Right.
Yep.
If you haven't tried the best nicotine pouch in the market, you are missing out. Seriously, set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/hardfactor. Use promo code hardfactor to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co. Use code hardfactor to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. All right. Fools that work in schools. Louisiana, guys, is pretty much always ranked in the bottom 5 states as far as our national school system goes.
Go Tigers.
Or the top 5 dumbest, if you look at it that way.
Right. That's right. That's right. Top 5 dumbest or bottoms, lowest, stupidest. Yeah. As you can see by this map, the South is extremely dumb when it comes to quality school systems and proper education in their youth. And today we are going to Louisiana, which, according to an article by MSNBC's Steve Charnock, is ranked 48th when it comes to a state's overall intelligence. The only dumber states, according to Steve, are Mississippi and West Virginia. So
states they cannot name.
Yeah. So
I was surprised to see Mississippi with a lighter shade on that map you put up, because that's not.
Yeah.
It's usually the joke in Louisiana is like, hey, at least we have Mississippi next door.
Right.
They might think there's 100 states though, so they might think they're right in the middle.
Yeah, it's true.
Now there's one state per senator. I'm 100% positive of that.
So you can only imagine what decisions go on at the schools in Louisiana on a daily basis, and this is a great example of their decision-making skills. So imagine this, guys. You find out your son or daughter has a severe allergy to milk. Every time they drink milk, they get bubble guts, and something very bad happens instantaneously. They need to take a shit, okay? Now, you've warned your kids many times, like, listen, little Jamisha, remember, if anyone tries to give you milk at school, you know what happens. But this being Louisiana, the kids down there don't exactly have the best decision-making skills either. So when Jamisha Augustine's 6-year-old daughter, you thought I was making a racist joke, but I was just saying little Jamisha. Yeah, little Jamisha, that's her mom's name. Little Jamisha's 6-year-old daughter went to Rolling Place Elementary one fateful January morning. She knew there was a 50-50 chance that if offered, she would drink milk. And guess what, guys?
School. Yeah, she drank the milk.
Yeah. Even though she's been warned 1,000 times not to drink it, it's 50-50 with little Jamisha. And guess what? Jamisha Augustine's 6-year-old daughter was offered milk. And even though she was warned, the temptation was too great, and she drank it. And here's the local news story to tell you what happened.
Drinking the milk.
Yeah, everyone's drinking the milk. I got to drink the milk. I don't care what happens to me. Here's the local news story to tell you what happened.
Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Liz here with you. Boy, some stories can get your blood boiling. We begin tonight with one from the WFBI team. Changes are already being made in Zachary after a 6-year-old child had a bathroom accident at school. The adults forced her to clean up the mess. Turns out the child has an allergy to dairy, and her mom says that she drank milk at the school for breakfast.
Chief Investigator Chris Nakamoto spoke to that mother and the superintendent, who says this will not ever happen again. Chris.
Well, good evening, Liz and Greg. While we were interviewing the mother, the school system called to formally apologize. Tonight, the superintendent says the employees involved at that school were retrained and informed this is not acceptable. Jamisha Augustine is fuming with frustration after adults forced her 6-year-old daughter to clean up feces following a potty accident in class.
She made her clean up the bathroom floor, the bathroom walls, and so forth on. And she didn't find anything wrong with that.
The she Jamisha Augustine is referring to is an administrator at Rollins Place Elementary. We are not identifying Augustine's daughter, but she wants the public to know exactly what happened to her when she got to the office. Augustine says she's been trying to get straight answers since it happened last month.
So I asked her, what was the point of her making her clean that up? Do y'all have janitors? And she said they do have janitors, but she needed a form of discipline. She needed a form of consequences. There are consequences behind things that
losing
she does.
control of
and
your
I'm
bowels.
Saying, how can you punish her for having an accident? I asked her, would she make her daughter do that? And she told me that she would.
Augustine recalls filling out forms for no dairy. Despite the food allergy, her daughter consumed milk at school for breakfast. After drinking the milk and multiple trips to the bathroom, Augustine's daughter defecated on herself while in class.
She asked her teacher to go to the restroom, but she said no because she went too many times. She went too many times. So upon her going to the office after she had an accident, the principal told her that she was too big to be having accidents on herself.
She's off camera,
Augustine's fury came when she recalls her daughter answering questions about what unfolded and the lesson they were trying to teach her child after having a reaction to something she's allergic to.
Making her clean up feces. What was the point of that? That's irresponsible. And
I mean, how many times are they going to rehash this?
It's disgraceful.
About as many times as Dum Dum's going to drink
Zachary
milk.
Community School Superintendent Ben Nikes says he does not condone the situation.
I think
and
Wes
the
just
lack of
looped it to get
empathy
more
for the
farts
small
in.
child.
You learn from mistakes, you accept them, you take ownership of them, and you try to do what's right.
You guys get the idea.
Now, wait, there was like 2 more minutes on that clip. Did you do the farting noises the whole time?
I did, yeah. I did.
Where'd you go to get the farting noises? YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
He did it with his mouth.
YouTube. Captain Fart Noise.
Now, as you heard, they wanted to protect her identity, but they put the mom's full name.
Yeah.
And her address, basically, her house.
Now
This is ridiculous.
Before it was just the kids in school and their parents who knew. Now the whole town knows.
They're going to TP her house, which is kind of funny.
Dude,
This whole thing is fucked up.
I cleaned up shit today. My kid shit himself today and shit on the floor because he was sick and was like, oh my God, it was an accident. And immediately, this is what kids do. They know they fucked up.
Oh, it's
but they didn't
horrible for
actually
kids.
fuck
She
up.
also asked that she asked to go to the bathroom. The teacher denied it.
They
And then
come
she
to you in
shit.
shame is what they do.
No,
And-
the poor 6-year-old's so shamed.
You know when they're looking at you saying, but it was an accident, they're saying, I hope I'm not in trouble for this. And then I don't know what kind of sick bastard you need to be to not be like, you're not in trouble. It's okay.
She's got news camera crews rolling up to her house, like throwing lit cigarettes out on the ground and stomping on, being like, I think this is the girl who shits house. You know, she can hear it. Like, it's insane for her.
I like how they said they're going to retrain the staff like they trained the staff incorrectly to do this.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do the interview from my driveway.
6-year-olds a lot of times have like bathrooms in the class. Like I wonder what the problem is. Like which teacher of a 6-year-old is like, no, you can't use the bathroom. That's so weird.
No, we're sick of hearing your loud shits from within the classroom.
Because like they're like, you have to not mess on yourself, and she did ask to use the restroom, so you know it's really
Jesus Christ, man. Fuck
fix, you know. So
when I was in
the lady was taking it out on the kid.
Yeah, I was in first or second grade, and I had to use the bathroom, and we had to go to the our classroom didn't have a bathroom in it, so we had to go to like the 4th grade or 5th grade's class next door to use their bathroom. And I pissed everywhere. Like I just pissed. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to, but I just pissed everywhere. And then the teacher came and got me out of my class and marched me back over and made me clean it up. The whole bathroom was fucking.
Could have been anyone.
Well, I mean, what was that like, dude?
What do they check every time someone goes to the bathroom?
I mean, it's not that bad. I remember all the kids that shit and piss themselves in elementary school. I don't know about you guys, but
we had to.
It follows you. It follows you through school.
A kid had to leave school.
Yeah,
because he did it. He did it from the cafeteria. He trailed diarrhea outside his pant leg all the way back to the class, and he didn't show back up next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Or ever again, really.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't get it all over myself. It was just all over the bathroom. But I don't know how much money the city of Zachary and their school system has, but I imagine Jamisha could wipe them out if one good lawyer got a hold of this.
She needs to get some of that money.
They're probably getting some calls, I would imagine. Yeah,
she needs to switch schools and then use some of that money to get her kid counseling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they do. The whole thing's fucked up. Like the publicization of it is fucked up too. But I get teachers' points. They're like, okay, we're not babysitters, and by the time your kid's 5 or 6 and they're in kindergarten, they need to be like taking care of themselves. But then again, like this teacher denied her the bathroom, so they're just fucked up.
Yeah, very fucked up. So
all you want to do after shitting yourself is not have the fewest amount of people know about it as possible. This made the news.
Yeah,
the news is fucked up too for airing this shit.
It's funny you said that. I might teach my kids that. That might be like one of the things I throw into the
Threaten them
Rolodex
with the
of
news.
things. No. Yeah. Hey, also something else. Like
Straight
you
to
want to
the
say
local news.
you want to say please. You want to say thank you. Okay. You want to show kindness. And also, if you ever have a buddy who you think might have shit themselves, back them up. Okay.
Yeah.
Cover for them. Try and create a scenario where no one else will find out.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's tough for little Jamisha.
Or threaten them with the news. If they're pissing you
Alternatively,
off.
if that person that shit themselves is a piece of shit, use it.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah. Usually they're unliked.
If you don't get to bed in 30 minutes,
Well, I
like,
mean,
reading the local
it
news.
puts a stain on your image, literally.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. They're fine. They're liked just fine, pre-shit, and then you're looking at it through shit-colored glasses.
Yeah. I mean, it changes. Yeah, it changes the whole complexion.
I don't know. I was happy one kid did it to himself. I remember that.
Because
it was tough.
One you just didn't like the kid.
Oh, kid was just an asshole.
Yeah.
I know a nice kid that it happened to. It was tough. It's not fun. We all know.
Yeah. That stuck with him.
Don't
for
know
like
him
a decade.
anymore because totally cut ties with him. But yeah.
Stuck with him forever. Yeah, but he's a nice guy. Yeah, you don't want that one following you around. Okay. Government for the boys. A lot of that going on right now. Like we said at the top, some hilarious updates came out of some public officials over the weekend. Elon is having his 13th kid with his 4th baby mama, Ashley St. Clair.
Maybe, Willie. Maybe.
She says.
Maybe.
She says.
She's the hottest yet, huh?
Yeah, and it seems somewhat legitimate. But yeah, maybe. Allegedly. But yeah. I mean,
If he didn't, he should hit her up.
That's what many people are saying, Mark. Yeah.
That's what a billionaire should be having a child with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, you're looking at it from like a fat thousandaire perspective. He should be do it better than that.
You're right.
Well, what's better than that?
The Bop House, bro. Just
yeah. Wait till the Bop House, dude.
Right. You'll find out.
She didn't have big. She didn't have a nice like the rear. You know what I mean? Wait till the Bop House.
Okay, I'll wait.
Mark says that's not Bop House level.
That behind is not. The front picture is nice, but that flat ass is not getting her into the Bop House. Okay.
Oh damn.
Damn,
it's a high bar.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So there was that. Elon's doing all kinds of government for the boys. And then there was also the numbers are in for Biden's paid time off over his 4-year term as president. 577 paid vacation days out of a total of 1,463 work days in his office in his term. 39%.
Dangerous new president in the White House, and you're kicking the old one that's already left the White House.
Well, it's government for the boys. It's government for the boys. This guy made out
literally a million things he could be talking about that are insane going on currently. But talk about the old guy that's gone.
The segment's government for the boys.
Well, this was part of the problem why we're doing so bad is this guy was just always on vacation.
Yeah, let's put it on him.
He was at the beach, which is like what the boys like to do, right?
Oh yeah, dude, at the beach all the time. Delmarva over there out on the coast. He took the equivalent of 52 years of paid time off for the average U.S. employee during his 4-year term, the most PTO of any president since they've tracked the metric. No presidents besides the Bushes have even come within 10% of Biden's 39% time off total. Incredible.
I just staring at Pat during everything. Every word.
He sent in the text thread last week, and I was like, "Come on, come on,
funny one, man." He took 577 days off in 4 years. It's incredible.
Yeah,
for the boys.
For the boys.
Boys like to take a break every now and then.
Cruisers on those days, you know. I mean, for the boys. This last one about a recently fired fire department administrator in Ohio, James Bartle. It's also for the boys, but it's not as good for James. Here's James Bartles. This is a former fire department administrator, volunteer fire department administrator in Ohio. A side note, his name is James Bartles, which is like when he was growing up, a popular wine cooler was Bartles and James.
Oh,
so
yeah, those are great.
So James Bartles
looks like
grew up during.
It looks like he went to a volunteer barber.
Got the serial killer cut going.
Barber school is cheaper.
It's he grew up in the
half bowl cut.
Bartles. Yeah,
dude, he's got the "I'm gonna fuck this dog" cut.
Yeah. It's a bad haircut. Bartles and James, though. That was my first alcoholic beverage. Like my first like, proper.
Yeah, many people, in America, Pat, I think share that experience. And this dude's in Ohio, so probably like James Bartles. He grew up, everybody had to call him Bartles and James, right? I mean, because your name's James Bartles. Anyways, he's 52 now.
So,
he hated it.
There are some kid we went to high school with that had a cool name like that, but hated it. Like didn't know that he should, if he fully embraced it, it would change his whole high school experience. I forget what it was. It's escaping me right now.
Take a good nickname. Yeah.
Most people get upset about it.
I bet you this guy, James Bartles, probably, like Mark said, hated Bartles and James, but everybody was like, I'm not going to call you anything else, dude. Your name is James Bartles.
He looks like he probably brought a few Bartles and James over to some young girls' houses.
He does look like Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen has asked him to take a seat. Yeah. Why don't you take a seat?
Well, luckily, that's not where this story goes. This is about 52-year-old James Bartles. He was a Gallia, sorry if I got that wrong, Gallia County 911 dispatcher and volunteer department administrator, firefighter for the Greenfield Township Volunteer Fire Department. He was doing all that back in 2022 near the Wayne National Forest in Ohio. So 2022, setting the scene. This guy is a part-time, during the day, he's doing the 911 call center for Gallia County. At off time, he's a volunteer.
Like Caitlyn Jenner pre and post.
Yeah. But I mean, he's a volunteer firefighter for the Greenfield Township, right? Yeah, right there near the forest. And so as you might imagine, Mark, like when you have that life, right, things can be a little slow. You're doing that kind of work. It's either you're out in the rural area, right? So it's either like dealing with the tragic incident from 911 or the fire service, or you're waiting around for the next one, right? And otherwise,
please tell me this guy's a villain, Will, because we've been taking a big old shit on him.
Yeah,
you're bored and sad. You're bored and sad.
Or you're just waiting around fucking your dog,
Yeah.
One of the vacation days
dog,
that he
Maybe. I don't know if he did that. I hope not for the dog's sake. But what I do know is that he was a little bit bored and sad until October 2022 because he figured out how he could get out of his rut. So he took off in his Ford truck and started a forest fire in that, near that Wayne National Forest. I was talking right in the area. Right?
Busy.
Started a forest fire that his volunteer department, the boys, could put it out. And guess what, guys? Guess what? The boys fucking loved it. Okay. October 2022, he sets the fire. Well, I think it was maybe 2 fires that day in his Ford truck. But then, he goes back to the fire station, the volunteer fire station in Greenfield. And he's like, come on, boys, let's put out this fucking fire. And it rallied the boys. The boys loved it.
How did he?
The boys are gonna love this,
dude. Did he get like a phone call, or did he have someone call in the station? How did he alert everyone to the fires?
I think he probably just went back to the station and was like, I just heard on the radio.
Right.
There's a huge fire. We got to go put it out, boys. Come on.
Yeah. And I mean, the entirety of this story, like what you really want from this, if you could have anything, would be to be in his head, inner monologue, when he's driving from the fire he set for the boys back to the station, and the things that he's saying to himself.
He's playing
what a king he's going to be.
Well, he's probably driving pretty fast because in the rear view, he's like, this fire's getting a little out of hand.
It's getting out of control.
This is going to be huge for Sanchez. Sanchez needed that overtime, so I got that for Sanchez. He's going to love this. And Davis, oh my God, Davis is gonna love it. He loves action.
You got to remember, these guys are volunteers. This guy is
not the brass
for free. But it did rally the boys. All right, what his fire that he set rallied the boys in October 2022, and it worked out so well that James then quit his paying job at the 911 dispatch and started 17 brand new forest fires on November 8th. 2022. The boys were going to have a hell of a time putting out these fires, let me tell you. And they did. Okay. The fires that he set on November 8th, 2022, they were fucking huge. Okay. Gigantic fires.
That's not a real picture of one of them, is it?
Well, it's a picture of a gigantic fire in Ohio. And trust me, they were huge.
Hey, do we have a helicopter?
Yeah.
I mean, they needed to order one now. It's going to rally the boys even more, Wes.
James is like a good luck charm. Well, like a bad luck because they're fires that always happen, but like a good luck, bad luck charm.
But we're so busy and we're jacked
Every time he shows up. Yeah.
fighting all these fires. Problem is, not only was James spotted lighting 2 of those 17 fires on November 8th, 2022, he was also spotted actually lighting the other ones on October. And back in October. So
hold on, 17. He's like, he's down. He's just finished 8. And he's like, I should go 9. One more for the boys. They'll do it. Damn. The boys,
arsonist.
Remember the boys? They've been really away from the action for a long time. Let me go 12. Let me just let this 12th one. He's driving. Yeah. Shit, 13 is lucky, unlucky. 13. We'll do that one.
He lit so many. He probably told his best friend that was a volunteer. Let me in a little secret. It's been me. It's me. Yeah.
17
after 13 or 14.
And I'm pushing the limit this weekend for the boys. All right, Bartles and James coming through.
Though, isn't it? Isn't it fun?
What the fuck you complaining about? You've been sitting there talking about how bored you've been.
Yeah.
So
we can only play cards so much,
Yeah. He was spotted lighting these fires, and so investigators came to speak with James in December of 2022. How do you guys think that went? How do you think James handled the federal?
Cracked like a fucking egg, dude.
Pat, you nailed it, dude. Surprisingly, James promptly admitted that he had actually set 26 forest fires on purpose. More than the 18 the federal investigators knew about. So he added 14 extra or whatever, 8 extra charges.
Yes, if you go back to my kid days, a couple hundred.
He's setting fires that aren't even in his district.
Yeah.
Well, so a lot of
he's just an arsonist. That's
he's
all
calling their departments being like, you and the boys should get out.
So did you have a favor over there in Ham County? I want to check your forest.
This is a real thing. It's not common, but there's been many times over the years that a firebug, an arsonist, right, has turned out to be a member of the fire department.
Yeah.
And they get in there close. I got backdraft, obviously. I hadn't thought about that one. But yeah, it's common.
Yeah, this is backdraft. Yeah, the backdraft plot. But I don't think it killed anybody, luckily. Also, James literally said to the federal investigators, he was like, okay, actually I lit 26. It's more than the 18 you know about. But I did it, quote, to give the boys something to do. And he also said it was to distract himself from his depression. So, it's for the boys.
Followed up by a Chris Hansen line. Yeah. Just being stupid, I guess.
Yeah, he really was. Altogether, volunteer fire admin James Bartles and James, his 1,300 acres of fires required 100 firefighters from multiple states to put out an estimated cost of $638,000 to the National Forest Service. Following the sentencing last week, James is now a registered arsonist, going to federal prison for 18 months. And once he's out, he also has to pay off his $638,000 debt to the U.S. Forest Service, which should go really quickly on the volunteer firefighter salary. Taking it to the internet real quick, Sean Machon posts, dudes would rather start 26 forest fires than get therapy. It's so true, Sean Machon. So true. Could all been avoided with BetterHelp, promo code Hard Factor.
All right, let's talk about the Bop House, boy.
Yeah.
Bop.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a horny house down there in Miami. A lot of people comparing to the Gen Z Playboy mansion. I know we talked about inadvertently. You didn't know necessarily you were talking about, or maybe you did. I don't recall exactly. Talked about Sophie Rain when we were talking about the OnlyFans creator who got one particular customer to pay, I think it was like $4.7 million. That was Sophie Rain. And Sophie Rain is like 0.0000001% of OnlyFans creators. The girl makes money. And she decided, well, specifically, she made $42 million last year, according to her. But she decided that maybe she should get all the girls together and start a little content house, which is now called the Bop House. And it's going great. And I'm going to introduce you to some of the gals and then tell you how much money they're making. Again, it's going to make you angry, but you can jerk off to it later. So here's Sophie, the queen pin, okay? Now, Sophie is a Christian and a virgin. And she said, quote, "The Lord's very forgiving, and he put me here. He put me on earth for a reason. I'm just living every day." That's her take. She said a lot of companies have tried to buy her virginity, which she's not all about. She's saving it probably, I assume, for marriage. And
she's a liar.
Yeah, well, she's rich as shit, and
She's
got
no virgin.
she got the Bop House together.
Okay.
So this angel right here, this Christian angel, who's saving it for marriage and wears bikinis all the time. She's putting together a house of hot chicks.
Yeah, so there's 7 hot chicks in the Bop House. There's Sophie Rain. Okay. There's
Show me some other virgins, Pat.
Okay, here's Aisha.
Wow, she's a virgin too.
Sophie, and she's the one with the braces.
She looks too young. Yeah, the braces are off-putting.
That's weird.
Boo.
So she's in it, and then you got Summer Iris. She's the other.
Also
younger.
with braces.
She looks like she's 12.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she's.
How many girls have braces in the house?
So many, dude.
Sophie Rain's like 26, right?
No. The Sophie Rain's about 20, maybe 21. It's between 19 and 24. Here's the
Summer
cougar.
Iris, 14.
This is getting gross.
This is the cougar, guys. This is Camilla Arahu. Wahoo!
World's first 24-year-old cougar.
I assume she's 24 just by looking at her. The next one is Julia Filippo, and she's the other one with braces. There's Julia there.
She looks young too. This is gross.
Now her braces are clear, or she might have Invisalign. I can't really tell.
Are you just putting up pictures of 10-year-olds?
No, these are the I just screen grabbed from the Bop House.
Like a Utah.
No, I mean they're just going for the more braces. Okay, so
Guys,
they're just going for the we may be underage. We look very underage, but we're actually of age.
I take back my pre-Bop House segment comments.
Yeah, this is Ada Reyes. She's the other one with braces.
This is terrible.
Dude, why is Gen Z into braces so much?
Dude,
it's like it's all braces porn.
Gen Z isn't jerking off to this, bro. Gen Z's not jerking off to this. Here is Elena Rose, who she appeals to Spanish speakers and Europeans because she wears like sexy Spider-Man outfits and a lot of soccer jerseys.
But
And then a rear end on her. Her ass needs braces.
Absolutely.
Her knees need braces from that ass.
That's what I'm talking about.
Any chicks with headgear?
At night. Well, that's the great part about the Bop House, buddy. Is they all live together. So at night, you got to put your headgear on. This place is an orthodontist stream.
Go outside. Look at her.
Orthodontists are just dropping their cards off.
Got germ issues.
Bunch of rich chicks with braces. All right, and then finally, guys, we have the 7th member of the Bop House. This is Joy Yu. I'm sorry. I mean Joy Me. She's the Asian one.
Joy.
All right, so here's a little bit about the Bop House, guys.
Joy Me.
Yeah, I think everyone does, don't you?
So look, as you guys understand, okay. And I've seen a lot of this actually because I don't know if you guys have ever had your girl be like, let me see your For You page on Instagram. We've talked about it on the show before. I don't fuck around after Kate has been like, let me see your For You page on Instagram. I'm like, I don't use it to view titty chicks. That's not what my Instagram is. But if you go to my For You page, it's just titty chicks. And there's a couple other social media creators that have come out recently, been like, Instagram is programming all these dudes For You pages with titty chicks. I'm like, oh my God, people are talking about it. It's a real thing.
Thank God. Screenshot this headline.
Read this article.
They do. There's even. Have you noticed sometimes they'll insert into the feed just another sideways feed of nothing but chicks bouncing their tits.
Dude, shit you can't click away from. And you're like,
but they don't make you click them. That's us.
Well, look. But here's the thing: is Instagram is a funnel for OnlyFans, right? So that's what the Bop House is, and it's just like them walking around in boy shorts all day, or men's boxer shorts, just doing titty dances with their titties out. The 6-bedroom property costs about $75,000 a month to rent, which again is fucking chump change for Sophie Rain, who made $43 million in 1 year on OnlyFans. And
so they have a live feed you can tune into, and they're just having pillow fights and stuff.
They're just complaining about their spacers.
No, just think about any other think about any other content
Get
house.
some brackets.
It's not about a live feed. It's about them creating funnel content together on the mainstream social media platforms so that you can then get caught up into the web and ultimately pay to jerk off to them.
Right.
What it really is a honeypot to get people to show up to the house and get arrested, because that's happened at least 15 times already.
We're going to get into that. So
Okay.
the other models made between $12 and $15 million in December and January, respectively. So we're talking about a house
Pretty
that's
good.
earning, man, somewhere in the neighborhood of probably $90 million a month.
Wow. Nice.
Wow. Yeah. Sophie Rain says they could afford to buy a new mansion every single month with the money that Bop House is making us. She said they like to sunbathe, swim, and go jet skiing. And
I bet they do. Yeah.
And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, which Mark is kind of touching on, why would you do this? Because you're just gonna get murdered in your house, in your Bop House. And there's been a couple guys who've attempted to do that. Apparently, people are showing up at their doors all night and all day. And I guess during the Super Bowl, they went to a little party and came back to find the rear window of the house shattered, the alarm going off, and a guy inside who was very horny who demanded to speak with Sophie Rain. And that's when the SWAT team and the Coast Guard arrived on scene. I bet everyone in law enforcement for 200 miles took that
They got
call.
their eyes on that house. Yeah.
The
Don't
SWAT
worry.
team and the Coast Guard showed up. Come on,
Had
guys.
to toe in his
Rolled
own
up,
rubbed in
yeah.
jizz.
Yeah. Do you need any backup? You guys need backup there? Okay.
There was 500 officers that arrived for the one man.
They found him coiled up like a snake in her bathtub.
And then,
Sweetie. She's
sifting.
gonna shower sooner or later.
Yeah, sifting through her. Sophie says that she still checks in on her home church in Tampa. She watches the services online on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really sweet. Yeah, and guys just keep showing up to their house, wanting to probably eat them.
Yeah, no, it's
And
bad.
I don't mean cunnilingus.
Yeah.
I mean use their kitchen, which Sophie says is fully equipped, but it's never really been used. They order it a lot. And,
I'm assuming they can get any one of the Coast Guard and or SWAT team to just sort of be there on a rotator.
they hired security, apparently.
They need security living there.
They do. I'm sure they do. And they could also, they may have just poached some of those guys that showed up that night, who had already been staking out their house.
Yep. So that you will never be a billionaire billboard does not apply to these ladies. So go check them out, get angry, and
they'll
then
make money.
masturbate to them, and then you're going to be angry again. So that's the situation.
Too many braces.
I agree.
Dude, some
A lot
of
of
those
braces.
girls looked way too young. That's too young. And then the blonde, too young.
Yeah, you know what they're doing. I mean, they're appealing to. So 18 to 24 years old, the Bop House. Anyway, everyone. I was also thinking, what an accountant situation, because they all use the same accountant. How do you charge an 18-year-old who made $12 million a month, $2,500 for a tax return? How do you do that? You can't, right?
You rip them off.
No, the accountant's making dough for sure.
Anyway.
He's like, get a ninth one in there.
Lawyers,
Should we fit
accountants,
more? Are you guys, so you guys cycle together, or they're just out there fucking jet skiing? Get out there, have a great fucking day.